This Blu-ray is wickedly good. Hey guys, this is Stradling with the Rotoscopers, and today I am doing my review of the Maleficent Blu-ray DVD Digital HD Combo Pack. Ooh! So a lot of you, like me, didn't really love Maleficent, and that's okay. You know, watching this movie again, I was kind of able to accept it for what it was. I wasn't deceived this time going in thinking that it was just going to be Sleeping Beauty from another angle. I know and I realize now that it's a completely different retelling of the story. So with that in mind, I was able to watch Maleficent this time and accept it for what it was. And you know, this is a really good looking film. The special effects are phenomenal. Angelina Jolie is a goddess. Elle Fanning ain't that bad, you know, so I kind of liked this movie the second time. Like meaning I liked looking at it. I was still very disappointed with the changes that were made and how it was just completely, butchered the source material. But that's okay, that's what makes America great. Okay, so for those of you who are unfamiliar, the story of Maleficent tells us the story of the bad, good, evil fairy, Maleficent, who had her wings taken from her, and so this sort of sends her on this spiral path of being upset and angry and just mad at King Stefan and wanting revenge on him, cursing his daughter, and then we get to see her relationship with her cursed one as this little baby Aurora grows up. Very interesting, very, very different than the original Sleeping Beauty. It's just kind of a modern day take on it. Villains are actually good people too. No, they're not. No, they're not. You know, the movie, all in all, it's really enjoyable. You're going to go into this and you're going to have a good time. It's going to be nice to look at. It's going to have action and adventure and Angelina Jolie, of course. But, you know, not my favorite movie. I don't need to go back and watch this. I would rather just go watch Sleeping Beauty, which I own on Blu-ray. Check out my review here. Alright, so let's go into the bonus features. The bonus features on this actually aren't that bad. We have the first one is called Aurora Becoming a Beauty. And so this talks about how Elle Fanning was able to go into her role as Princess Aurora, and it's mostly focused on her, which was really cool. She's clearly a fan of the original Disney fairy tale and the animated film. So she talks about that, how Princess Aurora was her favorite princess, how she was just so honored that they actually considered her for this role. And so it goes into that, more about like the development of this princess, how this version is a little different than the other version, and I thought that was a pretty good bonus feature, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, the next bonus feature is called From Fairy Tale to Feature Film. This basically, we have Angelina Jolie, we have the screenwriter, and they're talking about how they adapted the original fairy tale and kind of Disney's version and turned it into this. And this is kind of where I get really angry because I'm like, what were you doing? But it was interesting to see the screenwriter talk about her take on this, why she wanted to do certain things. It was actually interesting to me that she brought in Angelina once Angelina was cast, and they collaborated a bit on the script and where they wanted to go. Angelina really did have a big part in this. If there's anything amazing to be said about this movie other than the special effects, it's Angelina Jolie. Like, as I was just watching this, I'm just like, oh my gosh, Angelina, you are a goddess. She's beautiful, she's so fun. Yeah, a perfect choice for this character. As I was listening to this From Fairy Tale to Feature Film, I definitely got vibes of that art book, which I had reviewed, which was just so good. It's just amazing. I would check it out if you haven't. This is like a mini 5-minute version of that, but this other one really goes into detail what this featurette could not. Okay, the next bonus feature is called Building an Epic Battle, and I really liked this. You know, with animated movies, you can go into special effects, obviously, but they usually don't put bonus features on it unless they're a Pixar film. But this just talks about how in one battle scene, like all the different things that they did, all the special effects, the physical effects, the stunt doubles, just to make the battle scene epic. And it was really cool because, you know, all the CGI and all the special effects were just stripped away, and so you got to see people on bungees and cords and big blue things tumbling through and people smashing into it. And I thought that was really exciting. Like, this is why I watch bonus features, is for this really unique behind-the-scenes perspective. And seeing behind the special effects was also just really cool. We got to see Maleficent flying on a soundstage, and I was really impressed. Like, Angelina legitimately was flying in a lot of these scenes. There's very few where it wasn't her. And so just seeing how they kind of rigged that and got her to do certain scenes and fly in and swoop, she actually did that. And so this is a great bonus feature if you're interested in special effects or if you just like the movie. All right, the next one is called Classic Couture, and this was actually the most disappointing bonus feature for me. I thought it was going to talk about the wardrobe and styling her. It really focused just on Maleficent's horns and the different head wraps that she wore during the movie. Because yes, she has the typical black one that, you know, swoops up with her horns, but she wore other ones with snake skin and other things. They're really, really beautiful. This one sort of had an up-close camera panning around those, so you really got to see the detail. However, we don't actually see the guy who's talking, it's just a voiceover, and this is ridiculously short, like 2 minutes max and we're done. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, what about the dresses? What about, like, what happened? So a bit disappointing, just the head wraps. Okay, the next one is another interesting bonus feature. It's called Maleficent Revealed, and it's sort of a condensed version of the movie. So we start where she's really young and we progress till the very end. And throughout that, they take away the different special effects and they show us the different layers. So if we're panning by a castle, it shows just like the CGI model, and then the texture, then the lighting, then layering, whatever. And so we kind of get to see that. There's certain scenes where the dragon isn't complete, or we just get to see the dragon is fighting, but there's no dragon there, and we actually see a guy with a flamethrower throwing flames. So I thought this was kind of cool, because you get to see the different stages of the movie without the special effects or partial special effects, which is pretty cool. Alright, the last featurette is deleted scenes, and obviously this is different than most animated films. Most animated films, deleted scenes don't even make it into production, they're just storyboards. But with this, with live action, you can shoot lots of stuff and then just cut it later. And so there's a majority of these scenes are fully finished, the animation is done, which I thought was interesting. There's one scene where Aurora is asleep and the fairies are kind of bringing in different suitors to kiss her, and those models of the fairies are halfway done. It's just sort of like the rough block forms, and I thought that was really cool. It's like they apparently greenlit this and then midway through said, cut it. So obviously they had no reason to finish the animation. Alright, so I give the movie 3.5 stars. As much as I really don't like what they did to the source material, as an independent movie and a different retelling of the Sleeping Beauty franchise, or fairy tale, it's pretty good, and it's very beautiful to look at. It's a good movie. I mean, I could watch this once every year, 2 years maybe. And then the bonus features, I'm also going to give those 3.5 stars. They were actually pretty good. I was really happy to see them do interviews with the different actors and people involved. Really missed a director's commentary, but we all know Disney doesn't really care about those anymore. But overall, pretty decent batch of bonus features. Alright guys, let me know in the comments below what you thought of Maleficent. Thumbs up or thumbs down? If it's a thumbs up this video, and be sure to subscribe for more Blu-ray reviews. Until next time, I'm Morgan, and this is the Rotoscopers YouTube.